of what the Father is and what the Father does and what the Father expects and how the Father is leading. But I do recognize this. Being on the seat, I love the fact that he's on a donkey because a donkey is a beast of burdens. And we do recognize that the donkey is helping to carry the burden. But we'd be foolish to believe that the donkey is the one that's carrying the heaviest weight. For those of you who want to sit on the seat, the donkey has to carry the physical person of Jesus, but Jesus is carrying the weight of our sin and our shame. And I don't know about you, but I've done some things in my life. I think I've done some things or said some things and been some places in my life that are a heavy burden. And all I know is that when he was getting on this donkey, he had not just the weight of his physical person, but he had the weight of being the sacrifice for all of the mankind. So you want to sit on the seat, Sister Stacy? There's a burden that comes along with it.
Yeah.
It's the burden of owning that company and running. When I had my franchise, one of the brothers asked me, he said, what is it like having a business? And I said, well, not having a business and having a business is similar. In that, you need faith.
Yeah.
I said, one says I work hard and I have faith that I'm going to be rewarded for my labor. But the one that owns the business has to have faith that he can pay you a fair day's wages for the earnings. And so while you're working hard, I have to be diligent in going out and getting the money because I'm responsible for paying you and for those who are underneath you.
Yeah, yeah.
Both of them require faith, but they require faith from a different perspective. And here our God is giving us an insight into what it's like to be him riding in on this seat with people crying Hosanna. The same people that are crying Hosanna will be soon crying out, crucify him.
My Lord.
The reality is, when you're on the seat, you're subject to the wind of the crowd. Since this is a vulnerable position.
That's true there.
When you understand that one word from someone in the crowd can sway everything.
That's true.
You
That's so
understand?
true.
One word from the crowd. One person cries out Hosanna, and then as a crowd they join in and they cry Hosanna together. And then they in the court scene, and then one of the Pharisees yell out, crucify him. And then the same people who